What's up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here with another weekly episode of Leveling Up. So today I want to talk to you guys about depression. Depression is something that so many people suffer from in the world that we live in today. It's been something that I battled with in my life very, very heavily. And I think most people have. I've very, very rarely have conversations with people that have never had a spout of depression in their life. And a lot of times, some of those that tell me that they haven't, I just kind of question that they're potentially full of absolute shit. I think that, we've all had that some aspect of our life, and everybody's severity of it is different. I mean, it doesn't mean that, just because you're depressed doesn't mean that, you have thoughts of committing suicide. For me, it got to that point. It got to a point where I thought about it quite frequently. It's just that the pain of living seemed to become more than the pain of leaving the planet. So I allowed myself to get to that point. I allowed myself to get to a point where I was, that thought, the thought consumption of suicide was consuming my thoughts on a daily basis, right? So I was thinking about it every single day. How did I overcome it? I hit a low point. I started thinking about it every single day. Then I was like, well, screw thinking about it, man. I got to execute this shit. Like, quit just talking about it. Do something about it, right? So then I had planned it out. And that was kind of my lowest low. Then I had this internal voice that was just like, hey, this path is not working. If you want a different result, you've got to pick a different path. And so I chose to try a different path. I figured if nothing else, I could always come back to this, right? So I chose a different path. And at that point, I was like, okay, what's the opposite of depression? Like what's the 100% opposite of depression, which was fulfillment, being fulfilled. And I hate the word happiness. When people are like, oh, are you happy? Because happy is just such an emotion, right? So happiness doesn't always mean fulfillment. So I wanted to become uber fulfilled within my life, within myself. And I realized at that point that not necessarily at that point, but through this experience, and I've been at this now for 12 years of leveling up, 12 years of kind of from my total lowest low to my best point. What I realized going through all of this is the fulfillment hasn't been in obtaining the goal. The fulfillment hasn't been in obtaining and creating the life that I desire and that I want. I'm not anywhere near hitting the goals that I want to accomplish in this world. That's not where the fulfillment comes to me in life. Now, am I satisfied with where I am? Hell no. Am I fulfilled? Absolutely. I don't believe in being satisfied. I never want to be satisfied. I always want to keep pushing further. I always know that my potential is, once I hit a level, then my potential increases that much more, and I'm capable of that much more. But what I found through all of this is it's not that created all the depression, at least in my world. And I think this is a lot of the case of a lot of people's depression. And there might be some chemical depression out there that's your dopamine levels are shot or whatever it may be. That's a different case. But in most cases, probably 80-90% of cases, we find that depression exists because of the gap. There's this gap that exists, this gap that happens, knowing that you're capable of so much more, knowing that you have so much more potential, that you can go out there and just be so much more, create so much more epic shit in life, do so many more amazing things with your life, but you're choosing to operate way down here. Even though you know it's up here, you're choosing to operate way down here. And it's that gap, dude, that gap that creates all that suffering and all that depression. I know for me, the times when I get depressed, and dude, it's not even one of those things like, I made up my mind 12 years ago that I was never going to be depressed again, and I started, overcoming this. No, dude, I still, even today, you still have those, sometimes once in a while, you have little spouts of and maybe it only lasts for 10 minutes or it lasts for an hour, and then it's like that's your wake-up period of getting back in alignment. It's just because you fall off of alignment of where you are, you go back into maybe some of those old patterns and not leveling up and not operating at your full potential. So every single time I've had those, you guys, it's been because of that gap. It's because I know, again, that I'm capable of operating up here, but I'm choosing to operate down here. And it's not achieving this goal up here. It's not achieving this goal that creates fulfillment. It's that knowing that every single day you're taking action steps. You're leveling up. You're taking action steps every single day to become the person you know that you're capable of becoming. That's what creates that fulfillment. Right? So if you have that depression right now, I just urge you guys to go out there and start making a list. Start making a list of, get clarity again on what do you want? What do you want in this world? What would make you fulfilled? What would make you happy? What do you want to accomplish before you die? We're all going to die. We all have an expiration date. What must happen before that expiration date for you to be truly fulfilled in life? For you to be like, hey, I lived an epic life. I lived an awesome life. I created the life that I wanted. What does that look like? Then start taking action every single day to hit that. It doesn't mean that you got to be there tomorrow. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So you just take little bites each day. You're taking another little bite, That fulfillment comes from taking that daily action, that confidence, knowing that you're taking that action to become that person that you're capable of becoming. And that's what I found just cured, 100% cured and cures all the depression, at least in my world. So if you're having any type of depression in life, if you're unfulfilled in life, if you're unhappy with where your life is going, it's because there's a very, very large chance that it is because subconsciously you know that you're choosing to operate at a much lower level than you're capable of. So what I would ask you guys to do right now, what I would urge you to do, and then we talk about this a lot on the show, but write down, get clarity. What is the outcome that I want? What do I want to accomplish while I exist on this planet? Between now and the day that I leave planet Earth, the day that I expire, the day that I leave this world, what must happen for me to sit there and say, hey, I lived life. Life was epic. Life was badass. I did it, right? Like to sit there and know with 100% full certainty in your heart at that point that you lived an epic life, that you created the life that you wanted. Like what must happen? And then once you have that, whatever that may be, maybe it's be the best, know that you were the best father or wife that you, mother or husband that you possibly could be, the best entrepreneur that you could be. Just make a list of all those things that are important to you that must happen within those. Then from there, okay, what do I got to do? Like what are the must things that it must be doing or should be doing every single day to make that become a reality? And then I'm just going to go to work, dude. I'm going to make sure that every single day I'm winning every single day to accomplish those things, to become that person I'm going to become. I'm not trying to hit home runs every day. I'm just trying to get in base, man. I know that I'm not going to be a billionaire tomorrow. It may take me till I'm 95 years old before I hit that status. Right? But every single day, I'm just trying to operate at my best self, be my best self, be that much better than I was yesterday to get one step closer to accomplishing the goals that I want to accomplish while I exist on planet Earth. So, again, you guys, if you're suffering from any type of depression in your world, I just highly recommend that you try this exercise. Just spend some time in solitude, think about it, break it down. It's made a massively world of difference in my life, right? So anyway, hope you guys found this helpful. Keep kicking ass. Go out there, create the life that you know you want and deserve, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.